Have you ever worked really hard on something, moved fast, stayed responsible, solved what looked like the issue, and still somehow ended up with the wrong outcome? The problem came back. The tension stayed there. The project still felt stuck. The team still felt frustrated. And you were left thinking, wait, didn't we already deal with this? That happens all the time at work. Because a lot of smart, capable professionals are not failing because they are lazy, careless, or uncommitted. They are failing because they are solving the wrong problem. They are fixing symptoms instead of causes. They are reacting to what is loud instead of what is real. They are moving quickly on what is visible while missing what is actually driving the issue underneath. And the hard part is, solving the wrong problem can still feel productive for a while. That is what we are talking about today. Today's episode is about why you may be solving the wrong problem at work and how to stop it. Because one of the biggest ways people lose time, energy, credibility, and momentum at work is by getting very good at addressing the surface while ignoring the source. Before we dive in, I've included links in the description to free resources that can help you grow in your communication, leadership, and confidence at work. And if you want more practical support, I've also included my new book, Say It So It Lands, the communication code for being heard, understood, and taken seriously at work, available now on Amazon. Now let's get into it. Hi everyone, welcome back to TheWorkChat, where we help you navigate the modern workplace with more clarity, confidence, and influence. And today, we're talking about something that quietly separates tactical professionals from strategic ones: the ability to identify the real problem. Because at work, the first problem you see is often not the actual problem. The late deliverable may not really be a time management issue. The difficult coworker may not really be the issue either. The messy meeting may not actually be about communication alone. The slow turnaround may not just be about effort. A lot of workplace problems are downstream from something deeper. And if you keep solving what is easiest to see instead of what is most important to solve, you will stay busy without actually making things better. So let's talk about how this happens. Number 1, we confuse the symptom with the problem. This is probably the biggest reason people solve the wrong thing. They see a visible issue and assume that is the issue. For example, the team keeps missing deadlines, so they assume the problem is accountability. A presentation did not land, so they assume the problem is confidence. A project keeps getting delayed, so they assume the problem is poor execution. A team member seems disengaged, so they assume the problem is attitude. Maybe, but maybe not. Maybe the missed deadlines are really about unclear priorities. Maybe the weak presentation is really about poor structure. Maybe the delays are coming from decision bottlenecks. Maybe the disengagement is coming from burnout, confusion, or lack of trust. This is what strong professionals learn to ask. Is this the actual problem or just the most visible symptom of something deeper? Because once you solve symptoms as if they are root causes, the problem keeps returning and you start wondering why nothing sticks. Number 2, we solve what is urgent instead of what is important. This is another common trap. At work, loud problems get attention fast. The email that just came in, the complaint from leadership, the fire drill, the awkward moment in the meeting, the thing that is making noise right now. And because it feels urgent, people jump in fast. But urgency and importance are not always the same thing. Sometimes the loudest problem is not the most important problem. It is just the one creating discomfort first. For example, a leader may focus on fixing a team's tone in meetings when the real problem is unclear decision-making. A manager may pressure people to respond faster when the real issue is workload overload. A team may keep talking about communication gaps when the deeper issue is lack of ownership. Solving the urgent thing can make you feel responsive. Solving the important thing is what actually changes the situation. That is why strategic professionals slow down long enough to ask, what is creating the noise, and what is actually driving the pattern? Number 3, we answer the question we were given, not the problem that needs solving. This one happens a lot with strong executors. Someone asks for something, and because you are capable and helpful, you move quickly. They want a report. You make the report. They want a deck. You build the deck. They want a process. You create the process. But sometimes the request is not the real need. And if you only answer the request without questioning the underlying problem, you may produce something useful but still miss what matters most. This is why strategic people do not just ask, "What was requested?" They ask, "Why is this being requested? What decision is this supposed to support? What problem is this really trying to solve?" Because sometimes the best professional move is not giving a faster answer. It is asking a better question. Number 4. We stay too close to the task and never zoom out. Tactical professionals are often very good at doing, but strategic professionals are good at stepping back. And this is where a lot of people get stuck. They get so focused on fixing the immediate thing that they never zoom out enough to see the broader pattern. They keep solving the same type of issue over and over without asking why it keeps happening. They keep adjusting the output without examining the system producing the output. For example, if a team keeps needing last-minute rescues, the problem may not be the rescue itself. It may be how work is planned. If the same misalignment keeps happening across departments, the problem may not be the people. It may be the unclear decision rights. If one employee keeps struggling, the issue may not only be performance. It may be a mismatch between role design and capability. Zooming out changes everything, because once you see the pattern, you stop solving isolated moments and start solving the structure underneath them. Number 5. We mistake motion for progress. This is one of the most dangerous workplace habits. When something feels off, people want to act fast, and action can feel satisfying. Meetings get scheduled, documents get made, conversations happen, plans get launched, but activity is not the same as progress. Sometimes what looks like action is just movement around the wrong issue. This is why strong professionals are careful about confusing effort with resolution. They ask, are we actually solving this, or are we just doing things around it? Are we getting closer to the root cause, or just producing more output? Will this make the problem less likely to return, or are we just patching it for now? That kind of thinking is what makes someone sound more strategic at work, because now you are not just contributing effort, you are improving direction. So how do you stop solving the wrong problem? Here are 5 practical ways to do it. First, ask what keeps repeating. If the same issue keeps showing up in different forms, that is a signal. Recurring problems usually point to a deeper cause. Instead of asking, how do we fix this again? Ask, why does this keep happening? Second, ask what this problem is costing. What is the real consequence here? Is it time, trust, quality, clarity, morale, decision speed? Cost helps expose what the real issue is. Third, separate the trigger from the cause. The thing that triggered the conversation may not be the thing that caused the pattern. Do not confuse the incident with the system. Fourth, ask what would still be true if this visible issue disappeared. If you solved the surface issue tomorrow, what would still remain broken underneath? That question is powerful. Fifth, get comfortable slowing down before jumping in. A lot of wrong problem solving comes from premature action. Sometimes the smartest move is not faster execution. It is better diagnosis. Now, here is the deeper truth underneath all of this. The people who become more strategic at work are not always the ones with the best answers first. They are often the ones who get better at identifying the real problem before they rush into solving anything. That is what changes the quality of your decisions. That is what makes your work more valuable. That is what helps you stop wasting time on things that look productive but do not actually move the work forward. So if you feel like you are working hard but not always making the impact you want, this may be the question to ask yourself. Am I solving the real problem or just the most visible one? Because the workplace rewards action. But strong leadership, strong strategy, and strong judgment come from solving the right thing. And if you can build that habit, you will not just look more strategic. You will actually become more effective. That's a wrap for this episode. If you want more practical support, I've included links in the description to free resources on the website, along with my new book, Say It So It Lands, the communication code for being heard, understood, and taken seriously at work, available now on Amazon. If this episode resonated with you, make sure to subscribe to the Work Chat for more practical conversations on workplace communication, leadership, confidence, and navigating the modern world of work. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What is one example of a workplace problem that often gets mistaken for the real issue? I'll see you in the next episode.